Hello there folks, before we crack on with today's video, I've got a special announcement really. This video, as promised yesterday, is sponsored by Manscaped. Can you hear that? That's the sponsor alarm. But who are we sponsored by, you might be wondering? Ding, there you go. Those boys, Manscaped. Spring has sprung and it's time for some spring cleaning in your pants, isn't it? You come on. Time to clear out the winter bush, isn't it? Join the other 4 million men that use Manscaped and use DoctorBenjy at checkout for 20% off and free shipping. Manscaped.com. Recently I was asked, Ben, what's going on down there? What's the situation like? I was embarrassed. I didn't say. And then I remembered I had the tools from Manscaped. They are the global leaders in below the waist grooming, and that's a tough thing to lead. What you need yourself is the Performance Package 4.0. Inside this ball care bundle, you'll find their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold all your goodies inside. The Elite trimmer is designed to trim hair on loose skin. Although your balls might look like punching bags, don't treat them like one and benefit from the that's a tough word to say. Proprietary skin-safe technology. And I'll ask you the question. Have you ever met anyone that finds nose hairs attractive? No, of course you haven't. Well, don't worry. That's what the Weed Whacker's here for. Sounds like a wrestler, doesn't he? Again, get it in there. It's delicate, so be careful. And then just whack away, as they say. You've got the Crop Preserver in there, an anti-chafing ball deodorant and moisturizer. It's starting to get hot outside, and this will be crucial to stop your balls sticking to your legs. Lovely image. You'll also find the Crop Reviver. That I showed you this last time. Let me get my Crop Reviver. Ta-da! I love the Crop. Honestly, you just give it a bit of that, and you just wait, and revived, and it smells so good. I'll say this, it does smell really good. What happened to smell-o-vision? Well, they're not doing that. So you've got the Preserver, you've got the Reviver. What's left, you might be wondering? Well, complete your grooming game this spring with the new refined cologne signature scent by Manscaped. This stuff is legit. It'll have you smelling like something really nice. And if you purchase now, you'll get the boxes, you'll get the bag free. You know, it's well worth it. The boxes, I gave you... Oh, that's right then. Get 20% off free shipping. Use code DoctorBenjy at checkout as it appears on screen and get yourself one hell of a deal. That's 20% off free shipping. Code DoctorBenjy. Manscaped.com. All right, on with the video. So, you know, I mentioned the playoffs. That might have been a bit premature. YouTube, hello, welcome back to another video on their channel with Derby County. It's episode 5. Thank you so much for the week. I've had a lovely week on YouTube this week, and you seem to be enjoying it. So if you are enjoying it, you know what to do. Smash the like button, pound it, and let's continue with today's video then. I mentioned it a moment ago. I was really quite excited for the season. I really thought, playoffs were possible, and then we played 7 games since we last met. Not a lot of wins, just when you thought there wasn't going to be a struggle. I'm providing one. So this is how the league table sits then. We are 4 points from our first 17 games, in a way, if that makes sense. Of course, we've obviously had a difficult time with the point deduction, but we're finally out of the minuses and we're into the pluses. How bad are Reading, by the way? That really should be the conversation we're having here. And as I mentioned then, since yesterday, when we played Sheffield United and Reading, that win against Reading, that I got too confident. Didn't quite realise how bad they were, and now I'm being punished. 1-1 against Swansea then, 2 defeats against Preston and Luton. Preston, by the way, best team I've played so far, I would say. First 10 minutes absolutely rolled me, threatened me all game. It was horrible. Coventry was a 2-2. A 2-0 win over Blackburn Rovers. Tom Lawrence and Luke Plange getting in the goals before Barnsley and Millwall. Only 1 point from those 2 away games. Not fun at all. And today, as mentioned then, I thought I'd give myself the toughest of tests, playing the top 2. Bournemouth right now, running away with it, unbeaten in the league. We're about to play them. And then Fulham, straight after that then. Again, 2 of the toughest games we could possibly play. And also, Sheffield United in 3rd. It shows how good our draw against them was last time out, that 2-2. And I think you'll agree, we maybe could have won it. Right then, let's get into this game then, running through the team for the first match against Bournemouth. So then, team-wise, And you're going to not be that surprised by it. We're not changing a whole lot. The big switch up since we've been playing recently is that Knight and Aziz are now my midfield pairing. And we've just basically upped the quality in the centre. Results have been a little bit mishmashy. Again, we've not had great success. I guess if there's a positive to take from this, we're not losing low. Like in our last 4, we've only lost 1. So if, again, you can sort of scope it or change it however you want to. But yeah, things have been going okay. The big change... Curtis Davis, a big injury. We've already got that big centre-back injury, of course. Curtis Davis now, no more running for him. Out for 3 to 5 months with a damaged Achilles tendon. That's pretty much him done at Derby, I would say. 36, no pace left. He's kind of done. Bilic, of course, we're waiting for him to return. The 23-year-old Polish international, still without him. 3 to 6 weeks. It's not too long, but it'll be like a new signing in January. That's the idea. Of course, we really want him back in the side, and he can take his place alongside Stearman, or probably young Mabiwa, who has sort of really taken the chance now that Davis is gone, and he's got an opportunity now to be the starting centre-back. It does leave us a little light back there, but of course, Forsyth can play across the back line if called upon. And yeah, all things good, all things happy. Let's see how we do against Bournemouth. Asaidi one side, Lawrence, Morrison. It's creative, like a little bit of speed in there as well. The bench is pretty strong, actually. We go into every game with a relatively strong bench. That's something I really do enjoy, as I think the bench is set as I want it to be. It is, so let's get into it. Louis Sibley, by the way. I really want Louis Sibley to be good, right? Only 20 years of age, so he's got plenty of time. But performance-wise, not really doing it. So he's dropped out of the team recently. Asaidi on that right side again, struggling. Anyone who plays on that right side is not having a fun time. All right, Gary Cahill at the back for Bournemouth. This team are top of the league, and with Todd Cantwell, Dominic Solanke, and Lewis Cook amongst many others, you can kind of see why they are levels above. This is as it's sort of obvious, right? A lower league Premier League side, lower down Premier League side, or a top Championship team. So nothing to lose here. Let's give it our best. Again, we're going with the more attacking system. I did have this idea that I would have a more defensive system against the better sides, but actually I feel like giving yourself a chance to score goals is far more important in the Championship, because otherwise the better teams do just control games. You do become lost in them. I guess if we take a lead, we can always go to it, right? We can always go like a little bit more defensive. But injuries have changed the way our midfield set up, right? Like Knight and Aziz in there now. Mainly because we had a big injury in the centre. Thompson got injured recently, so he steps away, and it sort of created this new midfield duo. I've not forgotten about Max Bird. I don't want people to worry about him, okay? He's just flown his way onto the bench today. All right, here's Ravel Morrison, though, into Aziz. And the quality of Aziz and Knight, it's definitely levels above that of Thompson and of Bird. But I want to say levels. I probably mean level above the two of them. I hate big goal kick clearances like that if we don't win the knockdown. But actually, they've missed the header. They've misjudged it massively. Plan A went for it. And we need to get an early goal there. So far, so good. Like that, 5 minutes in, big chance. Poor defending, it must be said. But here we are. Corner for Bournemouth, played in front post and flicked over. Gary Cahill, I think it hit the bar actually, and has gone out for a goal kick. So far actually, this has been pretty good. We're going to encourage the boys. Again, a decent start to the game against a very good opposition. You can see there, Bournemouth playing away from home, playing with that defensive midfielder. It's going to be the battle then of Lerma versus Tom Lawrence, you'd expect, as Todd Cantwell, of course, has moved recently from Norwich. Is it a loan deal for Todd Cantwell or a permanent move? I think it's a loan deal. I could be wrong. Anyway, ball being knocked around quite nicely here by Bournemouth. There is Todd Cantwell, who this is really his level, Championship level, and he's very good at this level. That's what worries me as he gives the ball away. We jinxed him. It worked perfectly. Burn now trying to race forward, doing as much legwork as possible. As Plange has found the ball at his feet, goes for goal. He's had two long range efforts. Neither have really troubled the goalkeeper, but nice to see us on the attacking front foot there as a corner to Bournemouth has come around very, very quickly. And what's happened there? It's a penalty for what exactly? Knight's handled the ball. Did he shout keepers as he did it? Like, I don't understand. What, you don't see that in real life. Rarely do you see handballs from corners. Todd Cantwell steps up. Todd Cantwell scores. And Bournemouth, I dare say a little bit against the run of play, now find themselves 1-0 up. And that's why they're top of the league. Penalties. I don't really understand why he's handled it. It's a great penalty, must be said. Todd Cantwell lashes it into the top of the net. You can see though from the stats so far, slightly more possession on our side. Again, shots, we're having a little bit more of an opportunity. And somehow, because of a silly penalty, we find ourselves 1-0 down. Well, that's the Championship. I might change a few roles up. Knight in the centre of midfield is like very capable about playing a ball-winning role, but I'm debating whether we go for a bit more of a box-to-box and a playmaker, a deep-lying playmaker on a defensive duty with that 13 passing is good enough for me, but it might be a case of him just trying to pick out passes towards Asaidi, towards Tom Lawrence. I might even make him a playmaker as well, actually. Again, trying to have those two boys feed plunge, maybe a little bit closer to the penalty area as well, wouldn't go amiss. Again, subs off the bench, definitely likely at some stage. Again, we've got Kazim Richards is there now as well, and Louis Sibley is a good player to bring on, as is Young Coombs. Again, pace off the bench is quite important. We've got a little bit of that. I'm disappointed that we've not created enough, and that sort of is now the sign, right? A couple of playmakers. It might enable us to, one, keep the ball slightly better, two, for those two players in particular to combine, and that's what we want to see here, Derby. But we're still, it feels like a long way, like the way things are going as of today's game, we're quite a way off getting ourselves into, well, out of, I should say, the relegation zone. As there's Steve Cookie Cook there, plays it out to Dominic Solanke, whose hold-up play is really good. One of the best players in the Championship, comfortably so. One of the best strikers, probably on for Golden Boot, I would imagine. As, again, Bournemouth keeping it quite well. Shape-wise, though, I've got to be honest, the way things are right now, yeah, there's this one wide player out here, but centrally, doesn't look like there's a lot on. Defensively, we look okay. We've just got to keep an eye on the runners who make runs down the middle through the centre and keep blocking off easy passes to those players. Again, decent from us. I'm concerned, obviously, they've got so many creative players in there. Todd Cantwell is that guy. Through to Christie. That was the concern. Defensively, we cope with it actually quite well, but that's the big worry, isn't it? When they cut inside a little bit, they draw one of the defenders out of position and find that pass. We are 15 minutes to go here. It's been quite a highlight list, you must say. Asadi's going to come off then for Sibley, who... I never know what I'm going to get, really. I'm going to get Plunge off as well for Young Coombs, who's just got that extra bit of pace in forward areas. Again, hopefully getting on the end of a Tom Lawrence or a Night Pass. I mean, either works for us. If the time ticks away, we'll go slightly more positive. I'm just thinking later in this game as well, couple of changes. Coombs is going to be a poacher for me. I'm just going to try overlap a little bit more, play a little bit more direct. Again, try and get those wide players involved a little more. We've not seen anything from Ravel Morrison in this game, but this is the sort of tight game we play against some of the better sides. And the Championship, again, a lot of the games are really close, really tight. And so penalties and things like that do tend to swing them as Stearman brings the ball forward. A little bit of space for Byrne on that side. Too much space, I would say. You can't give him that much time and space. Woodman does really well to come and claim it. There was a man in the middle there waiting for it, but Woodman deals with it pretty comfortably in the end. And now it's a case of what can he do? Will he start a Bournemouth attack, or will we get the best of this? Well, no, they win the knockdown, and now Stanislas back to Lerma, out to Rodgers, and this is where they look like they're cooking now. Players in the middle. Solanke should have been two. It's a big chance. There's still a bit of time. We'll go attacking. We'll go even more direct, even more quick with our tempo, and see if we can just wrestle one towards the very end. Ravel Morrison's had such a indifferent game, really. I bring Max Bird on as well to see if Maxi can give us something in the final minutes. But no, it's funny, isn't it? Because actually, it's not too bad of a result. When you think about the quality of Bournemouth, it's frustrating because you're playing one of the better sides, but equally, lessons learnt there. It certainly wasn't that we were completely outmatched in the middle, but you look at the way Lerma and Cantwell actually have played. Maybe we were just a little bit. Woodman's had a great game. Phillips as well back there. More that could have been done, but I think we take a little bit of pride from that performance. It's just that I'm not happy. I'm going to say unlucky. Like, it's just a penalty's been given away, and without that, do they win the game? Don't know. Fulham, by the way, just beaten by Barnsley, who are having a terrific season. They dropped to third, and that's then who we play next. All right, it's only 3 days until our next game, so let's get these boys arrested. All right, just a few days later, and some decisions to be made on the lineup, really. I'm really considering bringing Max Bird back in, just because we love him. Him and Thompson, again, we've just played 3 days earlier. As much as I think there's quality in those forward areas, we have to change it around, I think, just a little bit. Jason Knight, though, is going to play in that central area. I don't love the fact that Tom Lawrence is going to be out on the right-hand side. I don't think it's where he's at his best, but sort of a needs-must situation, and it gives us a little bit more quality throughout the side. Ravel Morrison struggling a little bit. Him and Lawrence, actually, both of them struggling fitness-wise. And actually, morale's not too good. Let me have a word with the boys. Hang on, boys. Where are you? Can we have a quick team meeting? There's no reason to have a team meeting. Okay. Why have we got pictures of what looks like Watford in the background? Very confusing. And where does that door go? You know? Surely we're not entering through that door. Are we? Do you think? Could be. There's Football Manager mugs on the table. I never noticed those. And are those chairs comfy? I've never really... It's the arch of the... It looks like it'd be like that the whole time. Is that ergonomic? I don't know. Also, put some, like, plants on that there. Brighten up the room a bit. So bloody depressing. I mean, Deary me. It's on brand with Derby, colour-wise, but apart from that, not overly thrilled. Look at paint. Someone paint it. In fact, is there a way to customly make those rooms? Could someone get on that for me? Oh, if that's the team meeting room, what's this room here? Again, just pictures of Watford. Stuff on a notice board, like we're in a village hall. It's not a post office, is it? Is this where we hit the post 3 times? And it is a post office. Oh, God. I've teased that. All right, then. Here we go. Fulham up next. Again, a really capable side. They've got Harvey Elliott, Seri, Carvajal, Mitrovic, and then this is going to be tougher than Bournemouth. And not only that, we are away from home. No pressure on you tonight. I'm going to say that to all of them. There is. Well, look, you're watching. This would be embarrassing if you don't win. What a view that is, by the way. I look like a pigeon on top of there. Peter Pigeon, remember him? All right, first highlight of the game. We're wearing our blue kit today as Allsop lifts the ball forwards and Alfie Mawson at the back there. Blimey, you look at the state of this Fulham team. It really is. This is sort of the level in which you want to get this Derby team at, right? Where you've got exciting players all over the pitch as... That was a little bit scary. By the way, read through all your suggestions for ways that we could incorporate different challenges into this. I think a lot of it depends upon what happens in the January period and how much money we're given. But I kind of like the idea of I can only buy players like from the championship. I can, if they're in the championship, I can get them. So I sort of form a championship super team in some way or another, if that's even possible. I guess I have to think about other rules. I guess I could just maybe just the like League 1 and League 2s of the world as well. Let me try and build that up as Carvajal's in. It's a great save. Goodness me, really, really good save. Stays at 0-0. Allsop there doing wonders as a corner. So we played in. These boys over here at the ambulance aren't even bloody watching. One of them's just not bothered. He's thinking, why do the brick walls look out of how big are the bricks? That's what I want to know. Because like, when you compare the brick size to the tyres, how big are they? Slabs of brick. And they're everywhere as well. Which company's lodging around that? What a nightmare. Need 3 men just to carry one of... Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the bricks do annoy me, though. As if that wasn't obvious. The bricks do annoy me. Ball played it, I've missed. Well, forget it. Look at those bricks. I just want the bricks to be in proportion to everything else. All right, again, I bring it back. When you look at the car, the wheels of the ambulance, unless that is a tiny ambulance, I don't know. Is that ambulance real sized? I've not really thought about that. There's another brick wall over there with realistic bricks. Anyway, we were kind of forward, and then Tete, ball played in. I think there's some building work going on this side at Fulham. If we just put, where's the game gone? Hello? Well, I scrolled out. I didn't want to scroll out of the bloody game, did I? If you look at the reverse angle, there, look, you can see there, all sorts going on. All right, let's not confuse everything. Let's get back to as we were. So I'm getting very, the aesthetics of Craven Cottage are really quite bothering me. As another good save by Allsop, really good. And the ball's cleared away. I am a bit concerned here that they're playing quite aggressively. And after 27 minutes... The fact they've not scored is more surprising. We're going to go to cautious. Again, take fewer risks, things like that. Again, lower the tempos ever so slightly. Try and work our way into this. Try and frustrate them as well if we can. Obviously, if they score a goal here, that plan goes out the window, viewers. Which are probably not even regulation size. Mitrovic with a shot. Whistles wide. Okay, now, maybe we can start to interact. We can start to hello? We can do the plan. I should have just said do. Again, we're already lowering the tempo. I think we do want to overlap a little bit if we can. And then, well, what else can we maybe do? I think just regrouping and countering is probably the way forward. So that's what we're going to do. But if you can try and work something quite neatly, again, we're playing a shorter passing game. It's about being technical. It's about being smart. That from Thompson wasn't either of those things. You know what I mentioned before about the quality of midfield? That's why Knight's in there as he gives away the ball, as Bird slide tackles it to someone else. This is really not what I'd had in mind. Seri plays it to Wadhama. Shot goes in. Another good save by Allsop. Get it? Read what we're doing. Flipping it. We're distracted by the brick, probably. All right, half an hour gone. We just kind of want to stay in this. I actually think we're better off going to the 3. And I think we're better off doing it right now and not waiting. So that's what we're going to do. Again, Knight's not necessarily cut out to play in that advanced role. It was more about the fact we had to put Lawrence out there. So being a little bit more defensive away at Fulham. Can we stop every highlight we give them the ball? I'd really like if we packed that in. There's Harvey Elliott. Big chance. Hits the post. I mean, that's just taking the piss there. Mitrovic scores. He's 14th of the season. I'm not sure we've scored 14 goals. Fulham lead against Derby then. And if it wasn't enough that they're basically wearing our kit, they've now gone 1-0 up. All right, the defensive changes, or the switch in midfield is now changed. So again, it's a case of getting Lawrence and Morrison involved and getting them close to flange as well if we can. I might try and set them both actually, just to sit a little narrower, to be a little closer. It might just aid everything we do. Make him an inside forward, have him sit narrow. Same with Morrison on that side, have them sit a little bit narrow again, have the fullbacks push forward a bit. It's got to be patient and it's got to be considered, but right now, Fulham are just dominating. We've got to find a way into the game. I'm not sure just like playing this really aggressive style against them is going to work. They've got way better players than us, way more technical players than we've got. Their midfield is like levels above what we're working with right now. Although Knights, you can see from a 6.2, really not having his best game. But again, short, intricate pass. Every highlight we give them the ball. Every single one. Why? Stop, pack it in, basically. Probably the kit. Like, my boys think we're just playing a practice game. Stearman's missed his header. That's going to be a goal then. Carvalho scores. Every missed header on Football Manager leads to a goal, and that's evidence right there. I don't have any more evidence than that, but that should prove it. You shouldn't need any more, really. Right, half an hour to go, and for all the things we've talked about and all the things we've tried, it does feel like the lack of quality is the thing that's hurting us the most. Maybe bringing Colin, Kazim Richards on to be a bit more of a target forward. Again, maybe can bring the other boys into play. I'm trying everything, viewers. So far, nothing is really happening. We've had one shot on target. I don't remember it. Oh, well, this is nice. A highlight where we aren't giving them the ball. They've already got it. As again, it's quite nice to watch, though. And this is sort of a lesson for us in what we maybe need to try and create here at Derby. Again, the way in which they're able to hold the ball and turn, and some of the loans they've got as well, right? They've used that market brilliantly. We eventually get it clear. But there's just a real disconnect with everyone on the pitch for us right now. And it's, yeah, it feels like it's game over and we've still got 15 minutes to go. I don't feel, as the manager of the team, and I know this sounds very defeatist, having played Bournemouth and Fulham, who are really, really good, I don't necessarily think there's too much I can do here to impact this more. I just feel like that it's one of those things in the Championship that happens occasionally. Right. What's has occurred there? If the ball has gone in, why do we not do anything about it? Tetty heads it in on goal. We just sort of watch it. Is that going to cross the line, is it? It has crossed the line. Only just, though. Blimey. I can see, how can I be certain that that's definitely in? I can't be certain. I need to see it from another angle. Wait, pause. Can I see it from another angle? Pause, I said. Oh, we've lost it. It's gone. It's gone. I can't be certain if that's gone in. We're 3-0 down because a header has trickled over the line. I don't know why I've not made more changes, really. The boys out wide are absolutely shattered, and I'm sitting here just annoyed. Fresh legs maybe was the thing that we could have done. You've been sitting there saying it the whole time. Knight's been... I should have taken Knight off. You're damn right I should. I shouldn't have started in, viewers, by the looks of things. Okay, well, listen. It looks on the surface here... Shall we just run the intro? Shall we just finish it now, shall we? I'm not even sure what I said. Oh, we're back to the bottom of the league as well. The fact that Reading are above us, for heaven's sake. To be fair, Reading are ahead of us. The points advantage they had on us. That 15 points, I mean, embarrassing for them, really. Look, there's still a way out. I don't think that the playoffs chat from last episode, I was just doing jokes, viewers. I know that probably didn't come across on video, but I was. Yeah, definitely doing jokes, definitely. We are way off the pace right now. Let's change the view so you can see the league table. There it is, look. 4 points from 19 games. Again, I should clarify, looks bad, obviously, because of the points deduction. But if we didn't have the points deduction, that's 18 plus the 7, you've done the maths, 25 points would be mid-table, right? Would be cruising. So that's sort of the level of the team. But the difference between these teams here, right, from like Bristol City up to Preston, and the difference between those boys and the teams coming down, like Bournemouth, like Fulham, massive. So it's a real struggle right now, but that's kind of what we're here for. And will we get some major investment in January? Well, we're getting closer. Next time we meet then, probably will be towards that January period, as we might play Reading again, actually. Again, because they're the team we're battling with at the moment. Them and Stoke seems likely. There's maybe an FA Cup tie as well. Who knows? Right, if you enjoyed today again, please do leave a like. If you want to see more, make sure you're subscribed. And as mentioned before, if you want to get involved with Manscaped, use the code on screen right now. Thank you to them for sponsoring this video, and get yourself some. Your balls will thank you. Lovely, lovely testicles. Not mine. I mean, anyone's testicles could be good. It doesn't have to be mine specifically. Yeah, good.